Controller players have long been hated by mouse and keyboard players, specifically because of the ability to abuse aim assist for a cleaner shot that does more damage. In Chapter 2, shotguns have been nerfed and are less consistent than in previous seasons if you don't have good aim with them. In this video today, I'll be teaching you guys how to hit consistent shotgun shots with the method I use, as well as some general tips for better aim with your shotgun on controller. Before we get started with the video, comment down below and tell me the most amount of kills you've gotten in a single game this season. So far, my personal record is 28. I was 2 off of a 30 bomb, and I definitely hope I do get a 30 bomb and I'll be able to post that gameplay. But anyway guys, let me know how many kills you've gotten in a single game this season, and let's get right into the video. We're going to start this video off by talking about a specific setting that I want you guys to turn on to make aim assist stronger. For those of you who are already using this setting, there's no need to change anything. The setting that I'm referring to is called Legacy Look Controls. Legacy Look Controls is a preference at the bottom of your Advanced Settings tab, which reverts the feeling of aim assist and controls to the previous strength you got with L2. If you use advanced settings, the new aim assist is significantly harder to use, especially when it comes down to ARs and SMGs. This also does affect the consistency of your shotgun shots. Using these controls is also required to perform the method I use in order to hit consistent shotgun shots, which we will be discussing right now. My method to hitting more shotgun shots is called the ground aim abuse method. The reason why I call it the ground aim abuse method is because when you jump in the air with your character, you can't aim down sights with your shotgun, which means that using L2 is completely impossible. Notice in the gameplay that before I shoot my shotgun, if I'm on the ground, I always tap L2 before I shoot. This ensures that I'm locked onto my opponent, and doing this quickly will give me the best available shot possible on them, resulting in damage 100% of the time. A misconception that I expect to hear about in the comments is that you need to be standing totally still in order to use this method. This is actually false. If you're running around in a fight, you can still use L2, and this method will work totally fine. All this method calls for is the ability to aim your weapon quickly and pull the trigger. Because of the tracking strength with aim assist, it's much easier to hit your shots this way, especially using your shotguns. Now that we've talked about my method to hit consistent shotgun shots, let's talk about ways you can increase your accuracy by improving your angles and positioning, as well as some things that you might be doing wrong that you can fix. I talked about angles before in a previous video of mine, and angles are essentially shots that you take where you're covered and using your third-person view against your enemies. For example, third-person peeking behind a wall grants you an advantage because you can see your enemy, but your enemy can't see you. This allows you to have a completely open shot on your enemy, which is much easier to hit. Crosshair placement is also very important when it comes to shotgun aim with both the tactical shotgun as well as the pump shotgun. Both shotguns are most effective when you hit chest high or above, granting you 100 damage instantly depending on the rarity. Having your crosshairs aimed high will allow you to hit more shotgun shots in the chest as well as the head, giving you more damage. Some common mistakes SC players make when they try to hit a shotgun shot is forcing a flick shot when their shot is lined up, as well as waiting for a headshot and keeping their crosshairs low to the ground. Forcing a flick shot is a huge mistake, especially when your shotgun shot is lined up perfectly to your enemy's chest. If this is you, all you have to do is stop flicking and start aiming for the chest. Shotgun shots are missed this way pretty easily, and it's a pretty easy way to miss out on damage that you should be receiving, all because you only hit 1 or 2 pellets on your opponent's head because you missed the flick. When you try and line up a headshot and miss anyway, not only are you missing out on potential damage if your enemy suddenly moves, but you're more than likely getting melted by whatever weapon your opponent has out while you try and decide when you want to fire your first shotgun shot. Good crosshair placement will negate this entirely, and you won't have to take time to line up a headshot if your crosshairs are near your opponent's head to begin with. You can just aim in and pull the trigger for a 1 pump or a fight-changing amount of damage. I always try and keep my shotgun shots smooth and consistent. Instead of trying anything flashy like a flick shot, I just make sure that I line up my shot and do damage to my enemy. I hit for significantly more when I use my L2 trigger just because my aim assist is lining me up perfectly for my shot. This way, shotguns are much better to use and are more consistent, and the game is much more fun when you can actually hit your shotgun shots. Keeping a smoothness to your game style will help you out a ton, especially in a box fight. You don't want to be too wild with your aim. You want to make sure that it's steady enough to hit consistent damage, but fast enough that you don't miss your shots. Make sure that you guys are also playing on comfortable settings as well as a comfortable dead zone. If your settings are too low or too high, this can have a significant effect on how many shotgun shots you're hitting as well as the damage you receive. The best way to practice hitting more shotgun shots is to pick up both the pump shotgun as well as the tactical shotgun every other game, and just practice with both of them. The more practice, the better, and you'll start to learn various ways you can use these weapons to your advantage and how being very accurate will reward you in the long run. If you have the extra money, I recommend investing in control freaks to help out your aim. I personally have used the purple galaxy freaks. These seem to be the most comfortable for Fortnite, and again, I highly recommend them. I hope this video helped you guys out, and if it did, drop a comment down below and tell me about it. Leave a like on this video and smash that sub button for more Fortnite tips and tricks content. And if you guys do want to play with me, make sure you have me added. My epic is Merkin Viribus, just like it is in the top left corner, and I will accept your friend request. Anyway guys, catch you next video. Peace out.